Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. I am still Tochukwu for TochiBet, the key to your real estate investment in Nigeria. Today, I want to look at the remaining 4 deadly mistakes to avoid while buying properties here in Nigeria. Remember last time we discussed the 5 deadly mistakes to avoid while buying properties in Nigeria, and today I want to bring up the remaining 4 deadly mistakes you should avoid each time you want to buy properties in Nigeria. But before I go further, I want to ask you, please, have you subscribed to my channel? If you have not, kindly press on the subscribe button while you turn on the notification button so that each time I make a video, you will see it. Now, back to the business of today. The 4 deadly mistakes to avoid while buying properties in Nigeria, especially in Enugu State. Number 1, ignoring legal issues. Some buyers try to cut costs by not hiring property lawyers to take care or facilitate their real estate transactions, and this oftentimes leads to future legal issues or someone falling victim to frauds. Now, as an intelligent real estate investor, how do you avoid this? Always engage a real estate lawyer who specializes in land transaction, and this lawyer will help you to verify the documents and oversee the whole process of transaction and make sure that everything within the transaction is legal and transparent. And this lawyer will also help you to prepare the documents, the deed of assignment, and make sure that both parties and or their representative are duly represented in the signage. Number 2, underestimating the cost of acquiring a property. We see some buyers most times focusing only on the actual price of the property without factoring in the full cost associated with buying a property. Such costs as legal fees, development levy, and other fee associated with acquiring a property. This oftentimes leads to unanticipated financial strain or delay in the development of that particular property because the buyer did not factor in the full cost associated with acquiring a property. Now, as an intelligent real estate investor, how do you avoid this? First, you need to budget beyond the actual cost of that particular property. You need to put into consideration other fees like legal or documentation levy, a survey plan, and agency fee. Now, you also need to investigate further the other hidden charges like community development levy or Obane Chago if you are buying directly from the community. But if you are buying from a real estate company, you also put into consideration the development levy, which all these things are factored in inside the development levy if you are buying from a real estate company. Number 3, overlooking community disputes or claims. We see a lot of people buying land without researching into the history of that particular land that they wish to buy. Now, the reason for this research is for you to find out if there are any unresolved community issues, something like family disagreements or even government acquisition. Now, failure to carry out this due diligence on that property may lead to court struggle or court battle or even physical confrontation or even somebody losing the land entirely. Now, as a smart real estate investor, how do you avoid this mistake? First, you need to research that land history. You need to speak to neighbors. You need to speak to elders, community chiefs, even His Royal Highness of that same community. The reason why you are doing this is because you needed to find out if there are any unresolved land cases or court cases on that land. Second, you need to ask for the community consent, especially if you are buying from the community or from a family. You need to ask for the family consent that shows that they want to sell. You don't buy community land from a particular individual. You don't buy a family land from a particular person. If you are buying from a community, the community must give their consent that they are willing to sell that particular land to you. Number 4, not obtaining proper receipts or written agreements. We have seen in the past some buyers make mistake of relying on verbal agreements, making partial payments without proper documentation, or getting involved in unsigned contracts. This oftentimes leads to future disputes. Now, as a real estate intelligent investor, how do you avoid all this? First, always insist on the receipt of every payment made. Ensure that every payment is recorded and officially documented. Have a written contract of sale or deed of assignment prepared by a lawyer, by a property lawyer, and signed by both parties. By doing this, you are giving that transaction a legal backup that will pass the test of time. Now, having known this, do you think you are now good to go in acquiring that your dream property? If you think that you are now good to go in acquiring that your dream property, you can get in contact with us so that we will actually take you up from here and fully give you full consultation on how to acquire your next property. Remember, we are Bros Global Resources Limited. Our vision is to help you acquire your dream properties. We have properties all over southeast of Nigeria. We have properties in Enugu. We have properties in Anambra. We have properties in Asaba. We also have properties in Port Harcourt. In any of this case, you need property, just contact us on the number on your screen 070-3902-3098 and I will take you up from there. If you have not subscribed to my channel, try and do so here and now so that you will always get my subsequent video each time I make them. I remain Tochukwu Okafor, Tochi Pets, the key to your real estate investment here in Nigeria. Thank you.